YouTube, how are you? Hope you're all well. So this is my video in regards to the YouTube meetup which happened last weekend. February the 1st, we all met up in Arcade Club in Bury. My good friend, Cojones Lawyer Daz, done a video saying about a YouTube meet. And I think an awful lot of people got involved. A few people dropped out, which was always going to happen, but it was an extremely good turnout. So what we've done in the past, we've kind of latched on to events, play in Blackpool, and I've been there a couple of times, and obviously the one in Manchester, the Southern YouTubers meet up down in the London Play. Is it London Play? London Retro Market, I believe. So there are a few meetups throughout the year that us YouTubers of a certain age, of a certain sort of like, we've been doing YouTube for I think some of the guys on there I've known for like 7 years, so a good old chunk of life. Good old chunk of life. Good old job of like good old chunk. What the hell am I talking about? A good chunk of time, yeah. Okay, I'll say a good chunk of time. A good chunk of time. So it's always nice to meet up with friends. And obviously that's what we say that we get into YouTube for, to sort of meet like-minded people. And like-minded people we have met. Or I have met. I'm sure everybody else has met. So yeah, it does kind of like, put it out there about people meeting up and obviously going sort of like to a central point, which in the north it's like 3.5 hours away from me. So it's a bit of a trek up there, but still good fun. We're happy to do it every now and again. So yeah, we all met up in Bury. Most of us stayed in the Premier Inn in Bury. I picked up, again, these people I've known for ages and ages. So Champion 2D Rob, obviously. Pete on a retro tip. Paul Cunningham, Paul C, I believe his YouTube channel is. First time I really spoke to Paul, properly. Great guy. And that's it, really. And me. No, there we go. I was thinking of 4. So there was me, Rob, Pete, and Paul. I met Rob from the train station and picked him up, and then we drove. Took a bit of a detour. I got lost. Drove to pick up Pete, and Paul had driven down from his house to Pete's house. So, it was easy for me to pick them both up at the same time. So we then drove up to Bury. The drive up was a bit of a bitch, if the truth be known. We stopped off, got a McDonald's, as you do. I don't think Pete would have got McDonald's. Pete definitely didn't get McDonald's, but certainly me and Paul got a McDonald's on the way up. So, happy times. You always have to have a McDonald's. Unless you don't like McDonald's, and then you don't always have to have McDonald's. But yeah, so say that. So we drove up, got to the Premier Inn, met up with quite a few people in the bar. I'm not going to name names because I will forget everybody. That's really quite bad of me. But my memory's old, and I'm old, and I kind of like forget things quite a lot. As we probably all do, really. So we met a few guys in the bar up there. I was staying with James Monkey Spaz 5000, who is taking a bit of a hiatus from YouTube. Hopefully he's going to be making some videos pretty soon. But so the running theme there was literally like, oh, this is such and such. He used to be on YouTube. This is such and such. He hasn't made a video for ages. So again, that kind of like gives the impression of we've all met years back. We've become friendly. We've gained friendships out of that, and it's nice to meet up every now and again. And sort of like most of the people that we met up with used to be full on with YouTube every week without fail, and life gets in the way, and we kind of drop off, don't we? And sort of like don't make videos, and that's just life, I guess. So, I was staying in the room with Monkey Spaz 5000, James, one of my best friends on YouTube. That sounds really stupid, doesn't it? Because I've kind of met him about 3 or 4 times, but James and me have got like, I don't know, sixth sense of humour. I think that's the best thing to say. So we find the same things funny, and these funny things we find, and probably not very PC. So we won't go down that route. So yeah, Friday night premiere in, met everybody or met most people. Then we headed off to the local pubs, Weatherspoons. Met up there, had a few drinks there. Then we walked into Bury. So this is Friday night. So no, correction. We were in Bury. We walked into Arcade Club. So it was about a 15-minute walk, pretty close. I mean, the actual position of our Premier Inn was absolutely spot on because literally it was a 5-minute walk to the centre, which we done on Saturday. 5-minute walk to the centre, and then sort of like 15-minute walk to Arcade Club. So we walked in, had a few beers, walked over to Arcade. One person I will mention, Jay Cybersnake. So good to have a chat with you. Haven't really, again, there's people that obviously I class as friends, but I just haven't had a chance to speak properly with these meets. Usually it's a case of like you go there, it all becomes a fuzz. You say hello to so many people, and then you come away and think, okay, so I've only spoken to the people that I actually went up with, and that was kind of like, I went there to mingle and to sort of like gather and to talk to people that you wouldn't always necessarily talk to. So it was really nice to have a chat with you, Jay. Top guy, I've always thought that. And yeah, so it was nice to have those like 10 to 15 minutes chat. Even though I think you've probably cost me an awful lot of money with that, because I've been looking at what we were talking about. Hot toys. They're expensive, but they're great. So expect a couple of pickups of those soon. Yeah, so really nice to talk to you, mate. And we walked in, went to an arcade club, met up with some more tubers in there. So many tubers. It was great. There certainly wasn't as many as expected. Not on the Friday night. I will say that because a lot of people came on the Saturday. But on Friday night it was great. Addy Sneaker Freak bought loads of shots, which was great in little like bowls. Not hardcore stuff, but just fun, just like little novelty things and what have you. Walked around Arcade Club, had quite a lot of goes on, quite a lot of machines, and yeah, that was for me a perfect meet-up space, because literally you go off and do it's the same with all these conventions. You kind of like go and have a little play, walk around, and then you gravitate towards the bar, and it's no different in Arcade Club. So walking around there, Arcade Club, I will say, is amazing. It's proper old school arcades, and then it's on, I think, 2 levels. So the old school arcade level is on one level, and sort of like new and modern games and virtual reality is on another level. So they've done a fantastic job there. I know it's been open ages, and I'll probably anybody that's interested in Arcade Club probably know this already, but it's really good fun. It's really kind of like a place that you really can go to. The food's amazing and cheap. A nice little pizza, like a I don't know, not a 12-inch, probably bigger pizza, and that was like £4. But it was nice. It was really nice. So the drinks there are kind of like reasonably priced. Coming from London, it's a case of like, I think sort of like anything could be reasonably priced compared to what I pay for drinks down here. So yeah, it was really nice to kind of like get bargains as such. Yeah, so had a couple of drinks, had a couple of plays, bumped into a few more people walking around, which was fantastic. Big Mike, Further Do Retro, really nice to have a chat with you. Again, I'm trying not to mention everybody because I will forget people, but there was loads of people there. Quintendo, I think that's his name. Again, been a friend for ages, and it's like, or been a Facebook friend for ages. Never actually met up with you, but it was nice to say hello, nice to have a chat. Big Mike. Sorry, I was talking about him. Had a sort of like 15-20 minute chat with him. We met up in the Bristol gaming market once and had a sort of like nice chat then. But it's nice to sit down and have a chat, even though I think I was standing. You were sitting down. I was standing. You were sitting down. Sounds about right, doesn't it? But yeah, you know, again, I've got a lot in common with Mike. So yeah, wicked times. Come around about sort of like 11:30, people started sort of like drifting away and sort of like, well, obviously making their way either to town or back to the hotel. So um, I was waiting around for Monkey Spaz. Everybody else went off. Monkey Spaz kind of like came out of the toilet, I'm guessing. I guess. Like after everybody's left, I was waiting with Steve, Retro and Lim outside. Went back in for James, came back out. Steve had gone, everybody else had gone, left us there. I'm gonna like unsubscribe to everybody that left me there. Unsubscribe. That's it. No more YouTube. Cut it. No, only kidding. Of course, it happens. So yeah, so we got through to to Steve Retro and Lim, who said I come back to the Premier Inn because we're all down in the bar. Went there. Some went to town, which thinking about it in hindsight. Both James and me would have liked to have done, liked to have hit town, but hey, you know, it was quite a good laugh going back to the Premier Inn. So I will just say two things. Cheers to Steve. And cheers to Steve for some drinks on Friday night, stroke Saturday morning. Not that I had any, but they helped themselves. But we won't talk about that, will we? So yeah, I stayed down in the bar till about 1 o'clock, and I went to bed. And then about 1:30, 2 o'clock, James came up, not to my bed, but to the room. I'd like to go on record and say he wasn't in my bed. So he came into the room, and you know, again, like I mentioned before, James has been a really good friend, like for years. And we rarely kind of had like one-on-one time in regards to like just chatting. So James jumped in bed, his bed, not my bed. James jumped in bed, and we were talking till about, must have been about 4:30. One of those ones where you know you have such a good conversation, doesn't really matter what, and the conversation was like random shits, which you know it is entertaining, isn't it? So yeah, it wasn't a deep, meaningful conversation about the world and sort of like you know, Donald Trump's politics views and things like that, or Brexit or whatever. But it was just you know, a really nice random chat. So yeah, that was good. That was good. So woke up in the morning, I don't know, around about sort of like 8:30, I think I set my alarm for. The alarm went off. Neither of us wanted to get up naturally. But hey, we paid for breakfast, so we had to get up. Went downstairs. There was a bit of a fallout from the night before, but again, we won't talk about that, will we? And saw Daz down there, had a chat with Daz. Sort of, actually, I'm not going to name drop because that's bad. So had a chat with a lot of tubers over breakfast, and it was decided that both James and me were feeling a bit groggy, a bit sort of like tired more so than drink. So we kind of like just chilled. Really, Shocks came down. He was in his room, came over to our room, had a chat. And kind of like it was the three of us for the rest of the day. Really, we went to Bury, walked around town. Everybody else went off to Arcade Club. And one thing I will say, the Friday night at Arcade Club, we went and it was nice, and it was good fun and so on and so forth. I met Hollister TV as well, Holly, lovely girl. Yeah, that's a random. We're watching her for years, and it was nice to say hi. So yeah, good call there. So yeah, one thing I would say about Arcade Club was 16 quid to get in, 16 quid on the Friday, and we were there for sort of like, I don't know, 3.5 hours. Again, you know, one of those things, and James paid as well, if I remember rightly. So I was going to get the Saturday, and James paid for the Friday, and I was going to pay for the Saturday. So I probably owe you a bit of money there, mate. I think. Or should I just keep my mouth shut? It's not like YouTube will be watching this anyway. So yeah, James paid to get in. It's £16, and it was like, I feel that we've done everything that kind of like was on the table in Arcade Club. It was nice to like chat to everybody and sort of mingle and everything like that. Yeah, so I don't think Adam Shocks, James or me wanted really to pay another 16 quid to go in. Obviously, we wanted to sort of like meet up with people, but there was always going to be Saturday night that we could sort of like mingle and chat there. So again, it was one of those ones that I was just feeling a bit sort of tired, I guess. When you get older, you kind of can't sort of like treat yourself as 21 years old no more, can you? So yeah, just chilled really. Saturday, walked around town. Had sort of like, did we have something to eat? Yeah, we had something to eat in the evening down in the bar in the Premier Inn. Um, Chatted to loads of tubers on that Saturday night. Um, yeah, and it was kind of just nice. We didn't really have anything to do as such apart from chill and chat. So that was really good. Saturday night, it was a bit of a waste, if that makes sense. A bit of kind of like dead time that we chilled and sort of like did very little. But looking back on it, that's what we wanted to do at the time. So yeah, that was cool. A few people went home on Saturday. So I know Scott, Sega Saturn Lad, and Retro Chef Lee. I saw Lee all too briefly in the morning, but again, it was nice to see you, mate. Obviously, you sort of like came all the way, and we didn't go to Arcade Club, but bit gutted that we didn't meet up with Ocarina Fellow as well, who came up from London. So a bit gutted that we didn't sort of like come on in that respect. But again, it was, I don't know, it was a mix between paying another 16 quid and going in, which this meet was kind of like. It wasn't about paying extreme amount of monies to go to somewhere that you kind of like didn't really utilize or you didn't really use. Again, not taken away from Arcade Club at all, but what would have been 16 quid on Friday night and then another 16 quid on Saturday night or Saturday day, which would have probably been the better option if we just went out for drinks on Friday night and then sort of like hit Arcade Club on the Saturday. I think that would have worked a bit better. But again, in hindsight, it is what it is, and we had a blast on Friday night anyway. So I don't know why I'm looking over there. I just saw something, but yeah, it was good. It was good, and in regards to YouTube meetups, I would say, for me, some people I will mention. Obviously, Shock 16 was there, but Interghost, Colossal Vids, and Metropolis were not there. And Paul, Paul, Adam's friend, our friend now, they weren't there, which was kind of like I don't know. It was fine. It was great as it is, but I just feel with my my brothers, it would have been that bit better. So again, it is what it is. It's one of those things. But yeah, kind of miss those on the YouTube meets. So, and then sort of like Sunday morning, we had our breakfast and then drove back home. It was a really good weekend. It was really nice to see everybody. It was a really nice weekend to chat to everybody. I hope everybody had a lot of fun up there. I haven't seen many videos. I've seen Holly's video. I've seen a couple more videos, but they're videos on Arcade Club. They're not actually sit down like ramble videos like this. In regards to like how it kind of planned out. So if you are thinking about making a video, come on, make a video. I'm eager to watch it. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next video. I am going to do regular content, as you can probably see off the back of this. So if you are a new subscriber or a new viewer, should I say, please do think about subscribing. If you like this video, please do like this video and all that good stuff. And sign up to my Patreon. No, I haven't got a Patreon. I really haven't. So I'm thinking about it, but no Patreon, not yet. I'm going to do a couple of more videos later on in the week in regards to, I'll probably do a room tour, because that's something that I haven't done for a long time, and it's a bit of a mess, so I had to tidy up first. And I also want to do a collection goals as well, because shock horror, I've kind of sold all my Blu-rays. It's not kind of. I have sold all my Blu-rays. It was to make money, and you know, the collection was there, and it was looking at me, and I wasn't looking back at it, and kind of fell out of love with collecting it a little bit. But obviously, when you sell something, you kind of regret it, and I'm kind of regretting it. So I have got some kind of collection plans coming, but really this year is going to be a focus on. I'm going to leave all of this to my next video. So if you like to hear what my main focus are, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, Patreon, anything you want. Just don't dislike my video, because that's really upsetting when I get that one thumbs down. Oh, I lose so much sleep over that one thumbs down. Anyway, again, Steve, running joke, will never get old in my books. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I will speak to you soon.